Look at this beautiful day out in the islands of Cannes, and we are on a special boat which is owned by a yacht captain who's our friend, and we want to present it for sale. Here's what we will go through in this video. First, we ask the owner about the history. Second, we do a walkthrough of the boat and show you everything. And third, Captain Funny will tell us how it is to handle and navigate with this tugboat. Originally, this was a steam-powered tugboat built in 1940s for the port of Rotterdam in the Netherlands. It has a rich history that I believe is best told by the owner itself. So let's ask Arnaud a couple of questions.
The story of Solid is actually started in 2015-16 for me, as I was dreaming of a kind of old and authentic and vintage boat, which I like. So I found this boat I was looking everywhere on the ads, and it was so tough to find this boat. But actually at the end of the day I found it in Rotterdam, and I bought it in 2017. It was an amazing experience being on the river, sea trialing her, and making all the surveys and sea trials and so on. And so I bought this boat and shipped it by cargo to Nice, to south of France, where I actually live. And we've started 8-9 months refit, which we've been taking over everything from scratch. And the boat was actually in a very good condition because she was earlier in the Port Museum of Rotterdam, where she was. I took over everything, the painting, the electricity, everything which was important for the good condition and the good running of the boat. With all the facilities, generator, this kind, we put a crane also to be able to have a jet ski on board. So this is today actually a very nice boat fitted with all the actual technologies and actually fittings which needs a boat for water toys and water activities. I've done this project because I'm like a kid and I love all the toys which are mostly water sports, and I wanted a strong boat. I love the old boats and tugboats more specifically. So I wanted to be able to do all I like, which is flyboard first, because I'm a passionate of flyboard. I like jet ski, so I've been able to pull the jet ski on this boat. Sea bobs. I'm also a helicopter pilot, so I've been able to have the opportunity to land a helicopter on Solid, because it's a strong and still an amazing boat for this. So this is what it's starting from, and where we ended with all this possibility to do all I like. The 3 best memories with Solid. The first one I would say is when I just discovered her in Rotterdam. The first time I got there. It was in 2016, and I saw her on photos first, and I was just thinking and trying to realize how she was. And the first memory that I still remember is when I reached the quay and I jumped on the boat. She was like in a old tug condition, which I like, with the smell, with everything, which is one of the strongest memory I remember. The second one is when I've load her on the cargo ship in Rotterdam in the way to be shipped to south of France and to reach my country and my place, where I was able to refit her, to change her to a pleasure yacht, to convert her, and be able to do what I like. And actually the third best memories that I have with her, when she was ready, and the first time we went out of the port, we turned the key and went out of the port with this boat, with all the toys on it, with all the idea that I have from this boat. So that's the 3 best memories that I have on this boat. Actually the right buyer is someone which likes all boats, but also someone who likes to do many things, who can do many things on this boat. Actually you can start by loving water toys and enjoy water toys. You can just chill on this boat with your family, have a barbecue, which you cannot do on many boats, because this is a steel boat, this is a strong and old boats, which is different from all the fiberglass boat that you can see. And the history of this boat is something that you cannot find on an actual boat. Also, with her cabin, with her very cozy atmosphere, you can spend a night at sea with your family, with 2 to 4 people, no problem. You can have a nice and cozy dinner on board, lunch also. You can spend time with your friends, you can party on the boat because it's so much space on this boat, which doesn't have another boat of this size because of her layout, of the way she was used before. So I would say it's very wide, the purpose of this boat, but someone who will love her and take care of her as I did, because even if she's an old 80 years old boat, she's strong, she's solid as her name. She still needs to have attentions and maintenance and people who are taking care of her properly. The reason why I'm sailing solid is because of my actual job, which is changing a bit. I had time to take care of her and do all that I've done with her, but now with my experience of yacht captain, which I am, I need to move around the world, and I do not have time anymore to have pleasure enjoying her and taking care of her. So I would like to be able to give this pleasure to someone else, and to which have time and pleasure to spend time on her and maintain her properly, and also for people to create new memories and have different people using her and create something new.
Now Arnaud just told us a lot about it, so I want to see for myself. I'm curious how solid this tugboat really is. And for this reason, Captain Fanny will guide us through the boat.
Hello, I'm Captain Fanny, welcome on board.
So let's start the tour. Okay, here we go. So this on the front deck basically is the space where this Palfinger hydraulic crane is mounted. You just start the generator, and then Fanny, show me, how do you operate the crane? Basically play around, and this crane you can actually lift like a jet ski out of the water and put it on the jocks here, correct? Or
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I guess the maximum, yeah, it's marked here, it's about 990 kilogram that you can lift, and then once extended it's up to 430 kilos on the maximum. In the middle 630. That's good. And basically this is powered by the generator, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And the generator switch is down here. So what's below here? That's a little hatch to access. Okay, so the anchor winch is basically electric, right?
Yeah.
So this is the anchor winch. Then if we go here, and then here we have the switch for the crane, for the hydraulic pumps and everything. All right, nice and tidy anchor compartment. Okay, so let's go to the aft deck. Let me just follow you, Fanny. And then just to mention also, here is actually like a sun basing area. And below there is a big window in the middle. And then you have the mast with all the lights, and then you have a second entrance, which we're going to see later. So let's just explore the deck outside and the exterior. Here you have a nice little barbecue, which hopefully we can test later. Down here the engine room, and then you have those stairs going up, which is actually your very own private terrace. I mean, this is huge. I'm reviewing quite a lot of yachts, but I mean, this is a steel tugboat, and that's amazing. You just have so much space. And as you can see in the interview with Arnaud, and as you can see, they also landed a helicopter up here, and this is a really flexible space where you can set it up with a little reeling. You have some sunbathing, you could have your table and stools up here to have dinner. So this is really a space where you can do everything, or just put some bikes on top, or use it as storage or as a helicopter landing platform, as we saw. And that's amazing. All right, let's continue further aft, where you have a spacious cockpit area with a lot of with a table, some seating area, and then basically that's if you're moored stern to, that's where you go in and out of the boat, and that's also where you have the name Solid 1940 in Rotterdam. And look how beautiful it is today. The water is completely turquoise what an amazing day. And now, funny, I think that's actually a little terrace you can open here, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's cool. So basically you can also kind of come in sideways.
Yeah,
and
normally you have the scale just here, the both sides, and go to the water and swim.
so you have the swimming ladder there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And where do you put the swimming ladder? You basically just store them inside this big hatch?
Right.
Okay, so then you kind of move the table away. Let's just get the table out of here, I'll help you. Let's show that quickly. So then, oh wow, that's a proper hatch. Oh right, wow. So basically that's your storage area, correct?
Yeah.
Wow, it's huge.
Not many place.
So here you can put all your furnitures and sea bobs and kayaks and whatever, God, you name it. Now let's have a look at the engine rooms. So basically this was a steam powered boat before, so that's also why you have this big chimney sticking out here and then these hatches to open up for the ventilation, and it just has this original look and feel to it, which is really amazing. I mean, it's so cool to see that kind of old style preserved. And then at some point, I think in the 1960s, as Arnaud mentioned, they built in this diesel powered engine, which is again pretty old but looks amazing. And then here you have huge space and kind of looks like a museum for engines and old boat stuff. And then over here you have this newer generator, which is a Kohler, which kind of, you know, gives you the modern day facilities to have enough electricity to cook and put the lights on, and then you have the battery chargers and even a little radiator, which is basically powered by the hot water. So, and that's the diesel powered heating over there, which is basically heating up all the water so you can have a nice hot shower, and also it heats up the water for these radiators, so you don't have an air condition to give you the heating, but a nice warm water radiation heat, which I personally prefer much over the just hot and dry air. Getting out of the engine room, I want to see the helm station. How do you navigate and how is this done here? So let's have a look at this antique helm station. It looks amazing. I mean, it looks really from an old movie or something. So this massive steering wheel, basically you can turn around the rudder here. This is the rudder indicator. I guess this is the ignition switch, correct?
Yes.
And then you have the entertainment radio and then the sound system. So this is the indicator of the speed, the log. And then what else? You have some instruments, the RPM, and some old fuses and switches. And that's even still marked in Dutch language, as I can see. The scheenwerper and the Ankerlicht, I guess. I could, you know, that's similar to German. So that's the radio, and you can basically push to talk like that, right?
Yeah.
And then put it back. That's nice. It has this kind of old instrument feel to it. Could even be, well, it was actually a police boat. So, and this is still the original captain's hat from, look at this. This is amazing. You know, this is a proper, well, actually funny, you should wear it and show how you look. Well, there you go. Salute, Captain. So what you have up here, so this is the horn. And then basically here you have the searchlights, I guess, that you can turn around and light it on. And then this is the anchor winch, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, and then you have this kind of centrifugal window that actually, if a lot of rain comes in, then it spins around and the water goes out, so you can always see clearly. But then you have these nice clamps where you can open the windows, which is also this old way of opening windows, and then you can arrest them here. Well, what else to see? I think there's an old switchboard.
You have all the lights of navigation here.
And this all still kind of works and...
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Amazing. And then these are the light switches, I guess, for the ceiling lights that are working. Nice. And then you have beautiful view out here. If I take the camera quickly and show you the view around here, it's beautiful. So going down from the wheelhouse, we have the stairs that if you lift them up, you can, they give way to the cabin. And over here, that's the shower and toilet. And then here we go down to this cabin, which is actually really kind of romantic with this old style lamps and the headlights. And then you have here a bed that is 1.60 m by 2 meters actually. And then you have some storage. And over here, that's really cool. You have those old switches that are apparently still working. And then, for example, here you have the cabinet and the fuel go fuel meter and the tanks. So those historic installations are still here. They're actually some porcelain switches. So let's look behind that. Hope I don't get an electricity shock. But then you have this all kind of switches and fuses. Those are the old style fuses that you still find in some very old houses sometimes. And then it's everything in Dutch, of course. So now we're just going back into Port of Cannes from the islands. Funny, tell me how easy or hard it is to navigate.
It's really easy. The principle just for understand the time and the weight of the boat and use that.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Solide au vieux port. Oui, demande autorisation de rentrer ici.
If you're interested in this refitted steel tug, then let us know. She's based in Cannes and we can give you a tour anytime you'd like. And there's also a proper survey with an evaluation that we can send you if you're interested. And I think it can be a very good base. So you can either continue the ship running like as it is and just paint and keep on the maintenance and have fun and do the same things that the current owner had been doing. Or it could fit you as a good base for your dream project, whatever you want to build on top and add something to the equipment list, or build some spaces and maybe enclose this aft area here. It is really a solid base for your project, and I think this is what this boat is all about: to have something solid, to have something that works well and that doesn't break under your hands. You can come on board with your shoes and you can it's a workhorse, you can party, you can go out with your family, as Arnaud pointed it out. So I think this is a must-see if you're interested in such conversion projects of tugboats. Thanks for watching the video. It's a pleasure to have you on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe and do the bell, the click on the bell button and all these things. It would be a real pleasure. And we're gonna do some more reviews of boats for sale. So stay with us. Thank you very much. We speak yachting. Let's talk.